Let us first hear the national anthems performed by our students Marija Samsonenko, Marija Kastratović, Jana Petrova, and Sara Gigova.
Za
Dear families of the class of 2020, dear graduates, faculty and staff, welcome to our first ever virtual commencement ceremony. I'm sure that this is not what any of us were envisioning for this special occasion at the start of this year or even several months ago. It is a year of many firsts indeed. Many milestones for the class of 2020 worldwide have been cancelled, postponed, or moved online due to a global health threat. Virtual is the word of the day. However, these past several months have also made us more resilient, more adaptable, and most importantly, more appreciative of our sense of community. My dear seniors, while you may not see it yet, as you still mourn the senior year experiences you were abruptly deprived of, this period has also made you more mature and more ready to face the world of grown-ups, realizing that they too don't always have all the answers. And this is where you come in. On a personal note, let me tell you how happy and privileged I feel to have been your counselor throughout these 4 years and to have watched you grow and develop your talents and interests. Do know that to me and to all of us here at NOVA, you're truly special, and we're all very proud of your achievements. A high school graduation is in itself an important rite of passage, and to graduate in these circumstances makes you all the more worthy of being celebrated. While this milestone took a different format, we promise you that this still will be an event that you're going to remember, just like all the wonderful moments you shared these past years. Allow me to first introduce tonight's keynote speaker, His Excellency Mr. Samuel Zbogar, head of the delegation of the European Union to North Macedonia. Having graduated with a BA in Political Sciences and International Relations from the University of Ljubljana, Ambassador Zbogar has been working in various capacities as a diplomat, a politician, and a team manager, serving for Slovenia and the EU for more than 30 years. His experience and expertise include negotiations and problem-solving, establishing trust with political leaders, media outreach and public diplomacy, as well as managing and relying on the team. In addition to being a Minister of Foreign Affairs of Slovenia, Mr. Zbogar has served as a Slovenian diplomat at both bilateral and multilateral posts, including the positions of Chargé d'Affaires at the Embassy of Slovenia in China and Ambassador of the Republic of Slovenia in the United States, as well as Deputy Permanent Representative at the Permanent Mission of Slovenia in the United Nations in New York. He was also part of the negotiating teams of Slovenia for NATO and EU memberships. Before his current post, Mr. Zbogar acted as an EU Special Representative and head of the EU office in Kosovo. As of 2016, he is head of the EU delegation in North Macedonia. One of the dearest compliments he received for his work is, "It is clear that you care about what you do," as evidenced in his support of our country's EU accession aspirations. Privately, His Excellency is married and has 3 children. It is our great pleasure to hear EU Ambassador Samuel Zbogar's address to the graduating class of 2020, all the more special for him as well, as he is also a parent of Lily, a NOVA graduate.
Dear students, dear parents and family, dear director, principal, teachers and faculty, dear class of 2020, I'm honored to speak to you on this day, which marks not only another step, but one of the biggest turning points in your lives. I know that you regret that Corona prevented us a live graduation ceremony, an all-night party, which I was told is supposed to finish in front of the NOVA schools. But disappointment will fade and eventually disappear. What will remain is your graduation as your transition into adulthood. You are leaving behind the times when someone was there to bring you up, to guide you, or even to make your choices. You are entering an era of independence, when you are going to set your rules and you are going to be guided by yourself. Congratulations for your determination, commitment, and hard work that brought you to this point. For only a few moments, reflect on the time you entered elementary and high school. Hover mentally over those years. what you see are many teachers and mentors, possibly several schools and cities, many successes and bright moments, many friends and summer holidays, yourself growing up, and experiences that made you what you are today. 86 seniors are graduating this year, and 5 of you have been with Nova Schools since the kindergarten. You are an accomplished class going to several, mostly European destinations. As ambassador of the European Union, I value that as future citizens of the Union, so many of you lay their trust in European universities. I have been visiting high schools in North Macedonia, and the impression that I reconfirmed each and every time is that students are well aware and share the true values that brought the European Union 70 years of peace and prosperity. Unity in diversity is one of these values. You are a very diverse class, coming from different backgrounds, cultures, and countries, but united in your thirst for knowledge, actively following your sense of community, and being strong in solidarity. The world that you're entering today is different from the one you expected, but in it, solidarity, community, and knowledge will be sought-after values. Congratulations to parents and family. Being one of them, I know very well how proud we all feel today. In a certain way, this is also our graduation. And in case students forget, let me thank you for supporting and standing by them all these years. Most of all, congratulations for molding them in kind, respectful, and good people. Congratulations to Nova School faculty for creating such an inspiring environment for our kids to study and prosper. Our children were honored to be part of one of the best schools in the country, which provided them with tools they need for a successful future. This year is also 40 years since my graduation. Yes, when I look back, being in your shoes, I had no idea what is to come. I felt overwhelmed, even a bit scared, but excited. If you feel the same, it is normal. You are still a big empty canvas for life to draw on. In my career, I had many unexpected turns and twists. Plans changed, some doors closed so that others opened. Each one brought a new excitement, a new opportunity, a new learning, and each of them made me intellectually richer and a more fulfilled person. Life doesn't go in straight line, but for good people, it always goes forward. So embrace the future and the unknown and the change that comes along. Class of 2020, you have been challenged like few generations before you. Somebody said that history caught up with you and disrupted your course of action, but you persevered. What you have probably rediscovered from past 2 months of isolation is how much we humans depend on each other throughout our lives, and definitely in times of crisis. Remember and embrace this newly discovered dependence. And remember that the biggest satisfaction and long-term happiness you can get is precisely from helping others. During past period, we realized what really matters in our lives: health and well-being, solidarity and freedom, respect and responsibility for others. Doctors, medical staff, store clerks, policemen, waste collectors, and many others who endangered their health to serve their community for life to continue. These should remain our heroes, also beyond Corona times. We are all hoping to return to normal life, if what we had before was actually a normal world. Pattern of human progress has been one of relentless exploitation of nature, filling the air with coal, the woods with waste, and the seas with plastic. With technology that advanced our progress, but it is also alienating us. When we return to normal, it should be a new normal, based on newly acquired wisdom. You, the class of 2020, should help create this new normal, a better world, more in touch with nature and itself, more based on solidarity, more just, equal, and altruistic. No matter where you continue your lives, here in North Macedonia, in European Union, or somewhere else, stay true to your demonstrated communal spirit and responsibility towards your community. Remember that doma si je doma, there is no place like home. My final practical advice is to remain positive, be an active citizen, have opinion on everything, raise your voice, and vote. Don't be afraid to ask for help or advice, even your parents. Don't believe everything you read on social media, and trust in science. Be the change that you want to see around you. Class of 2020, figure out what you hope for and follow that hope. With you in the lead for our future, we have nothing to be afraid of, because you are the great class of 2020 that has been challenged like not many before you, and you didn't stumble. You did it. Congratulations.
I now invite our head of school, Mr. Viktor Novakovsky, to deliver his address to the class of 2020.
Hey, dear class of 2020, this is your director speaking, and I'm sorry that we couldn't do this in person. You understand. We just finished delivering the diplomas to you guys, and it was a very heartwarming moment for all of us. It doesn't take away from the important occasion of celebrating your many accomplishments that led you to this point. And we stand next to your parents and your teachers, feeling very proud at everything that you have achieved. I'm going to leave you with one point, and one point alone, because I think that you will have a few more this evening. And that is that you are coming up on an opportunity of a lifetime. And I know it may not seem that way right now, but when we look back in this period, we might just notice that it was an inflection point, a ground zero, so to speak, for a new world. And the fact that you are coming of age now means that you're going to be shouldering the responsibility to create a better new normal. So this is an opportunity that you're presented with, and I'm sure that you'll make your efforts count. On that, I want to congratulate you on a milestone, and I bid you farewell, dear class of 2020.
Our junior, Maria Samsonenko, will now perform a parting song for the graduates.
Some people live just for the fame. Some people live for the power. Yeah. Some people live just to play the game. Some people think the physical things define what's within. I've been there before, but that life is a bar so full. The superficial people need 3,000 roses, and that's the only way to prove you love them. Hand me the world, the silver platter, and what good will it be? No one to share, no one who truly cares for me. Yeah. Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, if I ain't got you, baby. Some people want everything, some just want everything. Everything means nothing if I ain't got you. Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, if I ain't got you, baby. Some people want everything, some just want everything. Everything means nothing if I ain't got you. If I ain't got you with me, babe. So nothing in this whole world. If I ain't got you with me, babe.
This year's seniors will have the distinct honor of being addressed by no less than 6 NOVA alums, members of the class of 2005 and 2010. In testament to their strong connection to our school, despite their busy schedules, they were more than happy and excited to share their stories and perspectives with the class of 2020. Once hopeful NOVA graduates, they are now successful doctors, writers, film directors, research analysts, and youth activists. Now scattered in all corners of the world, from Macedonia through Germany, the US, and all the way to South Africa, it gives us great pleasure to share with you the video addresses of Živko Grozdanovski, Sandra Ristovska, Ana Piskacheva, Filip Anastasovski, Mina Netkova, and Ana Angelovska.
Dear NOVA graduating class of 2020, I'm Živko Grozdanovski, NOVA class of 2005. First of all, allow me to congratulate you on this great journey that you have just completed and to wish you an overwhelming trip ahead. I say overwhelming because that's how I believe that life should be at its core. Not good, not happy, but overwhelming. Now, in this short message of mine, I will not try to motivate you by saying go, enjoy, stay hungry, stay foolish, and so on, because I don't want to use any imperatives on you. Instead, from my humble perspective of a writer, I would like to express to you my deepest hope that wherever you personally decide you want to go from now on, you will not forget to bring along good stories with you. And by stories, I mean simple life stories like the story of Mahatma Gandhi or the life story of Nelson Mandela, but also books like The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison, or movies like 12 Angry Men by Sidney Lumet. I say stories because if food is fuel to a human body, believe me, a good story that you know and you share with others has the potential of a nuclear power plant you carry in your chest. Finally, 2020, I hope that wherever you go from now on, you will also not forget your own personal short stories of solidarity and empathy, of constant curiosity and respect towards everyone. That's my message. I wish you the best of lucks.
Class of 2020, what a privilege it is to celebrate this special moment with you, even in this virtual form. I know many of you are disappointed that you couldn't have the graduation experience you've been long hoping for. So in light of the global pandemic, today, I'd like to talk to you briefly about the power of uncertainty and the value of imagination. In stressful times, we often turn to fast and easy truths. Stress can be overwhelming, so we like anything that promises to restore order in our lives. But social psychology research is gradually turning its attention to uncertainty, arguing that the ability to deal with what we don't understand is what matters increasingly more in an unpredictable and complex world. Moments of uncertainty can facilitate imaginative thinking. Just take COVID-19 as an example. What we knew no longer applied. To address it meaningfully, we all had to become comfortable with uncertainty, turning to our imagination as a valuable resource. Working professionals from across different fields had to do this too. Scientists adopted physics models to help epidemiologists better understand the pandemic. Media experts argued for new information policies to tackle the spread of corona-related misinformation online. These are merely a couple examples that illustrate how we can turn moments of uncertainty into an opportunity to think imaginatively in order to solve emerging problems. Your education at Nova has nurtured your imagination. I know this because I was once there myself. Cherish this and use it in no matter what you do moving forward. My own journey led me from Nova all the way to the University of Colorado Boulder, where I am now a professor in media studies. I speak from my own experiences when I tell you to not be afraid to embrace uncertainty as you navigate through your higher education, your relationships, your jobs, and your daily lives. And use your imagination as a compass to guide you in those journeys. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Hey everyone! Congratulations on your big day all the way from South Africa. I'm gonna share with you today a lesson that literally changed my life. It is so important for me, I actually have it tattooed on my arm. And that is never be afraid to disagree. Now what does that mean? It doesn't mean be grumpy. It means that the only person responsible for your life is you. You need to be the one making the decisions. And right decision or wrong decision, at the end of the day, it is you who made that decision. People will have their opinions. Some will be pushy. Some will seem so clever and so convincing, you'll be pulled to do whatever they say. Please don't. Your personal integrity is the most important thing you will ever have in life. If you lose that, you have lost everything. So don't be afraid to disagree, even when everybody around you has a different opinion. Perceive for yourself, evaluate for yourself, and decide for yourself. It is not groups that made the biggest advancements in human history. It was individuals. It was people who were brave enough to believe what they believe in, despite of the group opinion. Doing things just to be liked or accepted by others is the biggest trap somebody can fall in. Because at the end of the day, they might like you, but I'm not sure you're gonna continue liking yourself. I know I didn't. So please, ignore everybody that says, everybody says so, or everybody does that, or that is not normal. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be normal. Be yourself. Trust your own decisions. And if you ever find yourself in a situation where everybody around you says you're crazy, just tap yourself on the back and congratulate yourself, because most probably you're on the right path. It is okay to think differently. Actually, I would encourage it. So whatever comes your way in life, do what you believe is best. You're awesome, so I'm pretty sure you're gonna make the right decision.
Nova students, my name is Filip Anastasovski and I graduated from Nova in 2005. My love story with Nova started in 2001 when I got the chance to interview for one of the 5 scholarships offered that year. Needless to say, I aced the interview and got in. Well, there I learned a lot of things, among which to respect the importance of giving it your all in order to achieve whatever the goal may be. But probably the most important thing I did learn, which coincidentally agreed with my character, was that learning and studying may well be an important part of success, but not the only one. Namely, I found that having fun is as important to success as actually doing the work. Apart from the usuals, I also did drama class, dance class, I did sports, and some teenage, albeit stupid, but nonetheless very important things for me and my growth, none of which I'm going to go into right now, all the while sporting a pretty big afro haircut, which you'll probably find hard to believe, taking in consideration the current state of my almost non-existent hair. When faced with the crossroad of choosing what to do next, I stood before a choice of taking an acting scholarship in Denmark or doing medicine, which I wanted to do my whole life. I ended up a doctor, but drama never stopped finding me. I guess I was even the first one from Nova to go and do medicine. While studying medicine in Skopje, I also worked as a Secretary General for a medical NGO from Vienna, doing fireside chats with health and prime ministers from European countries, trying to build bridges between the old or dinosaur and the young generation in European healthcare. Currently, I'm working as the leading resident, intensive care resident at an intensive care unit, which became pretty popular in these corona times, also doing anesthesiology in a hospital in Berlin. Because it's a lot of work and stress, with death lurking around every corner at the ICU, the success of saving a person's life and seeing the happiness on the faces of the families really gets the juices flowing for me, and overpowers actually the desperate attempts of the modern times and stressful way of living to break us. My first priority is still my beautiful 7-month-old daughter and my wonderful wife. Work comes second to me. With my current boss, we grill regularly together, discussing therapy options, and most of the breakthroughs we made in healthcare progress with the aforementioned ministers were, believe it or not, actually made after the serious chats over a beer in a bar or a restaurant, whatever. My point and message to you would be, everything is possible, you just have to find a way to prioritize, and don't forget to have fun along the way, because what's life without fun and games? All the while finding a way to vent the negatives and, as much as possible, multiply the positives. Greetings from Berlin.
Dear class of 2020, my name is Nina Netkova and I was the valedictorian of the class of 2010. I would have gladly been there with you today to share this special moment. However, due to the special circumstances that we're in, that is unfortunately impossible. In fact, my own wedding was planned for the end of June this year in Skopje, Macedonia. However, sometimes we have to accept that things do not always go as planned. At the moment, I'm in Hamburg, Germany, where I currently live and work as a resident at one of the hospitals in Hamburg at the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology. I love what I do, and it feels amazing to bring a new life every day to this world. However, my path reaching where I am at the moment was not always easy. Right after high school, I moved to Groningen, the Netherlands, where I studied medicine. And after med school, I worked for a year at the University Clinic in Groningen. In August 2018, I decided it is time for a change and to make a leap of faith. That's why I moved to Hamburg. One thing that I've learned in the past 10 years that I would like to share with you today is to never give up. Persevere, following your dreams, and succeed. No matter what kind of obstacles, challenges, and unexpected situations like the one that we're currently experiencing come running your way, do not give up and make your dreams possible. Be flexible, adapt to different situations, believe in yourself, and believe that anything is possible. Enjoy the rest of this special virtual commencement ceremony, and congratulations, class of 2020.
Hello and zdravo. Congratulations on your graduation today. It's a very exciting time, and I wish you the best of luck wherever you may go after this. I graduated in the class of 2010, so it's my 10-year anniversary this year. And then I proceeded to go to Harvard, where I graduated from in 2014, and I actually still live in Boston, Massachusetts in the US. So greetings from awkwardly sunny Boston today. I know we're living in really unprecedented times and everything is really weird right now, so I just wanted to give you a few words of advice as you are moving from the one stage into the next stage of your life. Right now, everyone's focusing on a lot of the things we can't do, and I really urge that you focus on the things that you could do. All the old rules and how we used to live are really being reconsidered and reevaluated, so I urge you to take this as an opportunity to really be innovative and transformative, and take this not as just a challenge, but an opportunity to be your new self, to see how you can transform the world, transform your education moving forward, and really reevaluate how the world can be a better place. I think this is a good time for all of us to learn and not be complacent. So I really see this as a good opportunity for us, and you are the generation that can help us do that. So congratulations and best of luck in your future. Bye.
Dear graduates, now is the time for our principal address. Mrs. Bela Gligorova will be sharing her message with you.
Dear graduates, it gives me a great sense of purpose to be able to say these words out loud. Graduates, the class of 2020. And although the year that we are now encircling, this year that got us thinking about a great many things of value and worth, is a very different one from the one that you started your academic journey on. I still very much believe that there are lessons to be learned and gifts to be shared through a little bit of advice from someone who has lived a little bit longer. So in my thinking process of what I consider a valuable lesson, a proven adage for my own lifetime, and hopefully could be a bit of advice for your own, is a lesson that I learned during my own years of growing up. And those years came with their own challenges. I loved those years. They were my high school years. I wouldn't change them for any other timeline. But growing up between 1992 and 1996, geopolitically for this part of the world would not necessarily be described as happy or ideal. So with those years and growing up and being 16, 17, and 18 and being happy and sad at the same time taught me was the lesson of how important it is to live an authentic life because of the circumstances we live in, and not regardless of the circumstances we live in. And as time passes and we process our new normal, the sheltering in place, the staying at home, the social distancing, the physical distancing, I think it's very important that we remember that we need to love and live and be kind, because anything else, everything else will be measured up to how we approached those 3 simple steps about being human nowadays. So with that said, and with a big virtual hug, I wish you a really bright future ahead. And I look forward to welcoming you back on campus when the time for that comes. Please stay safe and please be yourselves.
The class of 2020 is truly special for their sense of community and connectedness. In celebration of both their diversity and uniqueness, this year's senior address, written by Julia Curry, Mia Miloševska, Vladimir Kitanovsky, and Jana Naskova, will be delivered through the voices of all the seniors. Enjoy.
We have all spent a fair share of our time daydreaming about how this year would end.
Carefully choosing a dress, a tux, a date, a hairstyle, imagining the pictures, the music, the dancing.
Tossing all our materials in the trash after the last exam ends, and flinging our caps into the air.
And then enter coronavirus.
We can all agree that this was not a regular year and that we did not get to say our goodbyes properly.
No hugs, no prom. No handshakes, no trubaci, no flying caps, no tuxedos, and no sparkly dresses.
Our plans for partying in Spain have been cancelled, as well as our prom night, and we couldn't even have a proper last day of school.
However, we couldn't have asked for a better generation to be going through this devastating time with.
Accordingly, this is not going to be a regular speech.
We won't use long and eloquent words, nor will we use complicated rhetorical devices in a grandiose tone. We're just going to try and be ourselves.
A feeling of togetherness dominated our last year of high school.
Unity, solidarity, and cohesion. Our school's motto finally made sense to us all.
From getting together to carefully choose a prom location, even as everything shifted, we regrouped and got together to support each other through quarantine and online learning.
In this spirit, we brainstormed ideas about this speech in our senior group chat by asking ourselves, what will we remember from high school?
High school, or according to our parents, the best years of our lives.
4 years where you feel like you're a part of something big.
86 souls who can communicate by the glimpse of an eye.
4 years, forever remembered. One of our lives' most important journeys. A journey interrupted.
The world expects us to talk about the current situation with grace, what it has taught us about ourselves and the world.
How it has matured us prematurely, made us stronger, braver, better people. Perhaps it is too early for us to acknowledge that.
To be honest, it sucks.
What we are now aware of is how much we took for granted.
The pandemic taught us to treasure the small things, the idle moments, waiting for class to start in the hallway.
Or waiting in line at the cafeteria and someone tries to cut the line in front of you, and you reluctantly let them.
Life is moments spent in the classrooms and busy hallways, surrounded by our peers, the voices of our professors and their catchphrases.
It doesn't matter whether you were taking part in the IB, AP, or regular NOVA program, these 4 years were bittersweet for all of us.
Having multiple ups and downs, cramming for tests, pulling all-nighters during exam season.
We've all had our fair share of what we then thought were traumatic experiences. However, what we believe each one of us will remember is the 5-minute breaks in front of TID.
Impatiently waiting for the bell in Forta when you have 3 more minutes before the bell rings.
The sunny terrace and protein bombs of rituals.
Living the long final exams exhausted, but still going out to celebrate with friends.
Through the good and bad, we were all united, and ultimately, it is our mutual experiences and surroundings that connect us.
It is the hangout spots in school, the signs, the auditorium, the stairs.
The famous window ledge, the Noah Bar. The busiest and the loudest library in the history of libraries. Christina's and Obradovich classroom gatherings.
No matter the friend group you were in, these locations were available for everyone.
Except for the beanbags, they will forever be reserved for Evgeny and Andrea's lost sleep.
It is also hearing Miss Tal's catchphrase, what happens in 05 stays in 05.
Eating pizza and watching the Chinese military parade in Mr. Ross's classroom.
Secretly lending a Nova card to your friends.
It's hearing the phrase, "Oh Captain, my Captain," and instantly thinking of our very own Miss Obradovich. It's talking about literature and music with Dushko, Dare, and Tuntev.
Studying for a test in the library amongst 100 people.
Watching our favorite trio, Anna, Sonia, and Nora, in action.
Listening to IB and AP students fighting about who is better off and who had a tougher 2 years.
Dragan and Vuchkova. No description necessary. Just name a better duo.
Contemplating life in Bela and Ena's Socratic seminars and laughing with Piotr as he sings Let It Go.
Walking into Mr. Risovsky's freezing cold classroom thinking you were on the Shore Mountains.
Eagerly anticipating and celebrating university acceptances.
And by making new friends and revisiting old friendships during free periods.
We would not like to thank the NOVA faculty as a group, but rather as individuals that treating us as equals had the utmost important role and responsibility in the shaping of our characters.
Nevertheless, we have built strong and close relationships with our teachers.
Thus, we would like to thank
Christina, Dushko, Tanya, Dara, Miloš, and Nora for teaching us how to analyze every single thing we come across.
Bradović, Karillo, Slavkova, Nichava, Bela, Filkova, Julia, and Mitskovska for inspiring us to read between the lines in literature and in life.
Мис Стела Кардова Наташа Стојановска, Mr. Igor Ristovski, Rodney Pejovski and Koljozova, for teaching us that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
Miss Perunovska, Eda, Victoria, Platz, Mr. Cunningham, Laza, Russ, and Bojan Marina for always welcoming us to class with a big smile on their face, even on Mondays.
Mr. Ivan, Sale, and Miss Anna Velkova, thanks for keeping us in shape.
Mariana and Dejan for helping us see the expressive part of the world.
Mr. Tuntev, Miss Jurovska, Vachkova, Miss Buttermere, Mr. Nikolovsky, and Mr. Sasha for making us see beyond the Pythagorean theorem.
Miss Anna, Anafotova, Sonia, and Kazanjiska for handing us the world's cultures on a silver platter.
Sorica and Dragan for awakening the humanitarian in us and teaching us that even community work can be fun.
Ivo Soldatovic for leading the Nova High School Jazz Band.
Lydia and the library crew for their forever welcoming attitude and conversations.
Administration for making sure everything runs smoothly, and Miss Ankitsa, Miss Arta, and Miss Eda for their patience during the chaotic first 2 weeks of every school year.
Miss Vale and Miss Sandy for listening to our never-ending excuses and helping us with everything.
Miss Vilkova, the best counselor in the world, for always being there for us.
Our custodians and security for greeting us hello and goodbye every school day, doing their magic behind the curtains.
The cafeteria people for serving us tastiest food and having so much patience.
And to the security in front of school, sorry for getting you in trouble with the bosses and not bringing our entry cards to school.
Miss Stella for being such an awesome principal whose door was always open to us, both literally and metaphorically, and finally to those who are no longer a part of the Nova community.
And finally, the Novakovsky family. Thank you for making our Nova High School experience possible and bringing everyone together.
Since the first day of high school, we have all been ironically waiting for it to end.
Although this may seem as not so perfect ending, we'll definitely have something to look back on and laugh at together at our reunions.
It's contradictory how we spent our high school years waiting for this day to come, and now we're looking forward to the reunions rather than celebrating its ending.
We are the prime example of a successful and united community.
Whether it be regarding the Socratic seminars in Ms. Bella's AP and TOK classes, or during our review weeks in January and June,
we would always find a way to make a situation more manageable and include as many of our friends as we could.
A good example of our sense of community is our help in organizing CISA events with the help of Mr. Ristovsky and our unconditional support for high school students that are involved in high school events.
These past 4 years have taught us more about the people around us and ourselves than we thought we would ever learn.
It may seem impossible or surreal, but we're a generation that, despite our different interests and ideologies, come together and prosper as one.
So here it is, our final year, our final speech, and our final moments together. And well, we're sharing them through our screens.
It is a tragic situation that we have all tried to make more manageable. However, at this time, this is our virtual goodbye hug to everyone that was a part of our journey. From the administration to the cleaning staff, from our loving teachers to our devoted parents, and most importantly, all of our past and present students. Goodbye.
A phone call or a message here, a visit there, an old picture resurfacing. Wherever we find ourselves in the future, we'll think back to these years and smile.
We present to you the class of 2020.
We would now like to take the time to celebrate our graduates' numerous academic and extracurricular accomplishments while at Nova. We will start by bestowing the President's Awards, administered by the U.S. Department of State Office of Overseas Schools, in recognition of students' academic excellence and commitment. The following seniors will be honored as recipients of the President's Gold Seal Award. Iris Arsic, Jovana Cvetinovska, Alexei Kubelka, Dimitar Manov, Despina Misheva, Isabella Marie Navia, Jana Petrova, Hanna Selmani, Katerina Stavrovska, Marko Veljanovski, and Nikola Vetajoka. 3 more seniors are honored by receiving the President's Silver Seal Award: Karim El Bakli, Maxwell George Nelson, and Milka Kitanovska. Our community service and CAS coordinator, Ms. Zorica Stamenkovska, will be presenting the Labinot Elshani Certificate of Outstanding Achievement in Community Service to one deserving senior.
It is a great honor to be here today, as I'm here to present the Labinot Elshani Award for community service that is dedicated to students who are making significant contributions to community through their time, actions, talents, and dedication. The award bears the name of Labinot, caring and dedicated Nova student who is unfortunately no longer among us. I'm pleased to announce this year's recipient of the award, Milka Kitanovska. Let me tell you about the first day I've met Milka. She's a girl with a big smile and enthusiasm who approached me with an idea and a solution to a specific problem. Then there was another idea, another initiative, and another solution. That is how we worked together with Milka in the previous months, always here to help and inspire others. One of her biggest achievements is the recycling project that she has been implementing in our school, where she was able to raise the awareness about the practice of recycling, not only among her peers, but also to us, the faculty of Nova. Milka knows that helping the community is not a one-way street. She's asking questions, she's taking initiative, she's offering solutions and delivering answers. She's always here to inspire. I'm thankful for having the opportunity to meet and work with Milka, but also with other passionate and soft-hearted seniors, their families, the teachers and staff, all of them ready to make a difference and having the passion to change the lives of others. Finally, dear Milka, dear class of 2020, the future is yours to shape, but please shape it with kindness and good deeds. Write your own story. I hope you have the courage to follow your heart, but never lose your instinct to love and protect others and be kind to those in need. Today, we are also awarding certificates for recognition for community service and service learning for Ms. Elena Vuchkova and her advisory class and Mr. Daniel Cunningham and the carpentry team. Firstly, I would like to thank both Elena and Daniel for their leadership and being an amazing role model at Nova, and a big thank you for students for promoting engagement as a powerful vehicle for a change in the community. It is a positive contribution that deserves our recognition.
This year, one senior will be joining the Nova Athletics Hall of Fame. Our athletics director and activities coordinator, Mr. Alexander Ristovsky, will present the acknowledgement.
Dear seniors, there are 86 of you in this generation, and you're all unique young people, all with developed talents and interests. During your school time, some of you found beauty in art, some found wisdom in books and literature, some found harmony in music, and many of you, whose common trait has been the love for sports and a desire to get the most out of their abilities, found their passion within our Supernova Athletics program. There is, however, one student who found his genuine inspiration with this program and who, since his first day at Nova back in September 2014, has fully embraced the Supernova philosophy and has been fully committed to it. He has participated in our soccer, basketball, and volleyball teams, both in middle school and high school, and represented Nova on 12 international sports tournaments in Sofia, Kiev, Riga, Bratislava, Helsinki, Bucharest, and Skopje. He has been quiet in the locker room, but loud on the field. He has been friendly with everyone between the games, but aggressive and competitive once the referee blew the whistle. He was humble and modest throughout the seasons, but a true leader when coaches and teammates really needed it. He has been respectful toward his teammates, coaches and referees, and respected by them. and he was a true role model of a supernova athlete. Therefore, as the athletic director, I'm greatly honored to acknowledge our senior Filip Mačkovski and to introduce him to our Nova Athletics Hall of Fame. I invite him to sign a supernova jersey and leave his legacy for the next generations of supernova athletes.
Lastly, Sara Gigova, a 9th grader, will be performing a parting song for the seniors. Class of 2020, we come to that bittersweet moment that officially marks the end of your experience as high school students. While we truly wish we could give you a hug and shake your hand, we still can celebrate you with the conferral of your hard-earned diplomas. And don't forget the reunions. So here we go. Abazi Samir. Abazi Reyan. Agdemir Ilayda. Andonovski Marko. Andonovska Teona. Antić Apolonija. Antova Ana. Andonova Joana. Bajakov Stefan. Arsić Iris. Baki Ozan. Balabanovski Gorjan. Čačorovski Nikola. Čadikovski Marko. Curi Zajn. Curry Julia Ann. Đurica Nikola. Svetinovska Jovana. Dika Đan. Dimova Tamara. Elbakli Karim. Filipčeva Ljubica. Dimitrova Gordana. Freiburg House Ellen. Freiburg House Winona. Guriev Nayak Ilya. Hadžijevska Katja. Ibrahimi Labijan. Jakimovska Ana. Josipova Leonina. Josifovski Mirko. Karamfilovska Marija. Kartalova Ivana. Kitanovska Milka. Nelson Maxwell George. Малинов Никола. Хитановски Владимир. Ќосева Ева. Крстовска Ангела. Кубелка Алексей. Мачковски Филип Александър. Манов Димитър. Мишева Десвина. Маневски Петър. Миалков Филип. Насевски Леонид. Милошевска Мија. Наскова Јана. Митевска Оливера. Николовски Андре. Минова Агаву. Наумчев Кире. Навија Изабела Мари. Оберхубер Тимур. Паневска Евгенија. Пексевим Мелиса. Рамадани Весни. Rice Andra Lynn. Rice Daniel James. Петрушевска Андреа. Петрова Јана. Рустеми Еди. Шаипи Диана. Ристовски Джулиано. Спасовска Ивона. Селмани Хана. Селмани Дина. Шаневска Марија. Шумковска Матеја. Станоева Викторија. Стаменков Ален. Ставревска Катерина. Штериев Бојан. Стоилов Петар. Таневска Софија. Тасевски Коте. Тодоров Андреј. Манчевска Матеја. Тумевска Гордана. Белјановски Марко. Вета Джока Никола. Вишеј Макаровиќ Симон. Жбогар Лили. Костовска Ивона. Јотевска Ирина. Јовановски Стефан. Dear all, we proudly present to you the amazing graduating class of 2020.